Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm your host, Sunex, and with me today, as always, is our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man. They say there's no shame in his game because he's always the same. Isn't that right, Grumpy?
That's me.
Always the same.
Always the same. You know what always the same really means, X?
You never change.
Always being right.
Oh, unless we're talking about the Miami Heat and the Spurs.
I drag the fan base into reality. It takes time because a lot of them are stupid. But the people who listen to the show, they know. They know.
That's right.
You want to know what's going to happen with this team? You want to know how the winds are blowing? Listen to this show.
That's right. But let's get into some housekeeping before we get into that, Grumpy. If you guys enjoyed the content over here, and even if you don't, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comments. We can juice up that algorithm and get this show out to as many Islanders fans and hockey fans as possible. We want everybody watching this show. Isn't that right, Grumpy? Everybody.
That is correct. Everyone.
That is right. That is right. So, yeah, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment. We usually shoot to have this show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, yeah. I think that's it, Grumpy.
Yeah. All right, X. I like that.
That is it. Apparently, my microphone is bad. It's just the microphone that's built in to the Mac. So,
why is everyone complaining about your microphone all the time?
I don't know how that's humanly possible.
Maybe you could get your fat face closer to the microphone.
Dude, I'm pretty much on the screen.
Oh, that is a little bit too close. We don't want to scare away the patrons.
That's what I was saying. That's why I need to back up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I don't know what's going on then. Anyway, as the title suggests, does anybody believe in Darche? Grumpy, I know you'd sent us an article from Eyes on Isles, right? What is that article?
I sent it to you, X. Read it.
Yeah, it says hockey content creator rips Mathieu Darche 2026 trade deadline in GM tenure grades. Ooh. I was trying to find it on their actual website and I couldn't find it.
The article.
I think they took down the article. What let me see when it was published.
2 days ago.
Yeah, dude, I think they took it down. Yeah, I think they took it down from their website.
Why
Oh
do
no,
you?
here we go. I got it. I got it.
My
I
God,
found it.
my
Never
God.
give up, never surrender. We got it. We got it, Grumpy. We got it. So I don't know if you want to go through kind of what it's talking about, or if you want to watch. I don't even know if the video is going to pull up. Well, here we go. We can just pop this up here. Do you see that? Okay, Grumpy.
Yeah, I see. It's fine. If you make it, you maybe you slide up a little bit so we can actually see the grade. There it is, D plus. I think that's even too high, honestly.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad. It's kind of everything that we were saying earlier, right?
I just want to know if anyone, if, what percentage of the fan base believes that he's doing a good job.
That'd be a good poll to put out, right? Maybe the island. Maybe maybe Islanders marketing team should do that. They're big into putting out polls and jersey creations for the fans. Maybe they should put out a poll on how the fan base feels. Mathieu Darche has done in his first year as general manager of the New York Islanders.
He should be fired.
I think that would probably be the large consensus from
I
everyone.
think they'd probably put A, B plus, or how about A plus, A minus, B plus, or B. Those are your options.
Yep, I would say F minus.
Or other.
Yeah.
Or other. Or they could do it this way: A or other.
A or other. It's going to be other. I think
Other,
everybody
and they
would
say,
say
well,
other.
that's probably other probably was like an A minus. That's what everybody thinks.
Yep.
It's embarrassing. He's
I don't know.
embarrassing.
Grumpy, was there a video of people talking? Or
Excellent.
no?
Do you know when I send you these things a day before? You know what you're supposed to do? Do you have any
You sent
conception?
it to me the day of.
First of all, I did not send it to you today. I sent it to you yesterday. That's
Sure
the
about
day
that?
before. I sent it to you. Did you even pretend to look at it?
Oh, you
I'm
said
going to
yesterday
say
at 1:24. No. If you want me to be 100% honest, no. I fell asleep early yesterday after work.
okay. So were you asleep at 1:30 in the afternoon? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I was working then, Grumpy. I was doing my job.
You contacted me earlier about the show today,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't have a chance to look at it.
Nope.
It's very disappointing. I'm very disappointed in you, X. I mean,
know.
come on.
I get an F.
You are the Mathieu Darche of this podcast.
I'm the Mathieu Darche of this podcast. That's it, Grumpy.
I'm just saying at this point, well, certainly at this point in his tenure, Lou Lamoriello was pretty much absolutely a passing grade for the Islanders at this stage of his tenure after year one.
Do you think that he had a better team, though?
And I don't think he had as much high-end talent.
So you think the Islanders currently have more high-end talent than when Lou took over?
Yeah, they got a better goaltender and the best defenseman. Most talented defenseman they've ever had.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing: they had a lot of role guys, but they were younger. They were a younger team, and he brought in Barry Trotz, and he turned the team around. I still think the team has the potential to be. I don't know how much better than last year, but let's be honest: Peter DeBoer is a better coach than Patrick Waugh. So, would it be surprising to me if they? I hate to see they're going to be better because Darche has done nothing in the offseason to improve the team, actually.
No, he hasn't done anything.
And I don't know what Peter DeBoer is going to do. Is he going to turn them into a defensive grinding team? I don't know how that helps them. Their defensemen are older now. And, you got Pulak and Pellick in their 30s and Mayfield's in his 30s. And you got, Romanoff, who I don't care how old he is, he sucks. And you got Matthew Schaefer. And Tony DeAngelo, who's in his 30s. And let's be honest, DeAngelo's not great defensively. He was better last year than he's been probably his entire career defensively. Matthew Schaefer is good enough defensively. Scott Mayfield maybe slowed down a little bit, Pellick a little bit, Romanoff is terrible, and Pulak a little bit have slowed down. So I don't know. And you're going to have, or the forward's going to buy and come back and play defense. Like I said, I don't know what he's going to do. It'll be interesting to see.
I think their games, if they decide to do that, they're going to be boring to
They won't
watch.
be as fun to watch.
Exactly. I think they might get a little bit better results, and I think it's solely just through grinding out games. But for a fan base, it's going to be brutal to watch that type of play. It's not fun to just watch your team just sit back and play defense the entire game after they go up 1 goal. It's not fun.
You have what's your biggest concern? There's one thing that I consider the biggest concern. I'm a big picture guy, as we know.
Watching Mathieu Schaefer's talent and ability to play a more defensive system.
That's it for me. That's what I'm looking for right out of the gate. Is he going to let Mathieu Schaefer do Mathieu Schaefer things?
Well, you'll find out pretty quick in the preseason games.
Right. Or is he going to – well, I don't know what you're going to see in the preseason games. I don't know how much Mathieu Schaefer is going to play in the preseason.
I mean, even if it's a couple of minutes, you're going to see based on the structure of how the team's working, okay, when he gets the puck, are we pushing up or are we circling around, waiting?
It doesn't matter if the Islanders are pushing up. What is Mathieu Schaefer doing? Is he just dumping it or trying to pass out of
back?
Or is he laying back playing defense first? Because if that's the case, this team's going to be worse off than last year.
And he's not gonna progress as an overall player by doing that.
I mean, he had 23 goals last year.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me look it up.
I mean, he can be better than he was last year and still not have 23 goals. I mean, he had how many on the power play, right? I'll be interested to see.
He had 23 goals and 36 assists in 82 games
right,
played.
So 59 points.
Yes, correct.
Is it possible that he has less points, but he's a much better player? Yeah. I'm just interested to see how much DeBoer lets him do. To me, that's the biggest concern for me. Does he try to turn him into, I don't know, a grinder defenseman? He won't turn him into a grinder defenseman, but is he going to give him free reign? I think that's the most important thing in the analysis. And going forward to say, okay, how do we want to play?
Well, also you have to think about it too. With him out there, if you're allowing him to have that free reign and move up, if your team and your players are structured now more defensively, will that cause a break in your defensive structure if he's up the ice now, which leaves you susceptible to goals? Or I should say more goals.
Like I said, that's my biggest concern.
I mean, unless, which obviously I think he is, but talented enough where if there's an on-man break or something coming back, he can hustle back and make a play.
He's going to have to play with Pulak.
Yes.
I don't see he can play with anyone else but Pulak going forward. And you put D'Angelo with Pellick.
Yep.
And the useless Romanoff with Scott Mayfield. I mean, those are going to be your defense pairings. I can't see it any other way. Does he move the useless Romanoff? Does he move Pellick? Pellick should be moved at the deadline, in my opinion.
I really can't see Romanoff being moved based on his contract. It's going to be very, very, very difficult to move him.
He's useless.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he's getting paid a lot of money for a lot of years. It's tough. Makes it more difficult to move someone like that. Granted, the upside he does have is he is younger. So, look at it that way. But I think it's going to be tough to move him. So.
Okay. I mean, he's young.
Yeah, and yeah. But, I mean, still he gets paid a lot and for a lot of years.
True.
It's just the facts. I mean, I don't know if you do. What year do you realistically think they'd be able to move him? I don't think it would be after this year.
With the cap going up, he's getting paid. What's his salary, X? Do you have that at the ready?
Let me pull it up.
I'm sure the answer is no. I will look it up for you, X.
Paid
6.25 million.
and he's on year 2 of 8.
2 of 8. 2 of 8. Oh, you know what? It gets worse every time. Every time I ask, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Ugh, 8 years, 7 more years to go. What a disaster! And that's a Mathieu Darche failure.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Huge failure right there. Huge. And those are the type of things we're talking about, right? I mean, let's be honest. Lamoriello did him no favors out the door, with the exception of the Nelson trade, where he did get a first-round pick and Callum Ritchie back. He wound up pissing away the first-round draft pick for Braden Shen. Callum Ritchie, I still think, can be a really good player for the Islanders. But Mathieu Darche is just dug. I mean, and like I said, at the end, Lamoriello had to go. He had to go. We talked about this. He had to go. And so I had no problem with him leaving. I was actually excited for Darche until they said he was going to be director of hockey ops too. And then I saw what he did last offseason. I was out on him really early, immediately. And he did nothing but prove me right again on his failure. And then he comes up with this lame excuse. Oh, well, we know it was going to be 2 years. He's a liar. He never mentioned it till after the trade deadline. Oh, yeah, 2 years. So he's just buying himself more time. That's all he did. That's all he did. He'll be gone. I think he'll get this year, and then he'll fail this year, and then he'll fail next year, and he'll be gone.
See, me, if he failed this year, that's it. I'd let him go.
To me, when he failed at the deadline, he should have been gone.
Sure. But I'm thinking of, as ownership would be thinking, the max, I'd be like, dude, this is your make or break year. If you don't prove yourself this year, you're gone.
I think that's fair.
I mean, they're not going to get rid of him now, right?
No.
They're going to keep him. They're going to keep. I mean, exactly. They're not getting rid of him now. I'd say you have this year to prove yourself. If you can't do anything this year, you're gone. You're done. We're moving on.
I agree, X.
Yep.
I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, I don't think have you heard any other news, Grumpy, other than we do have a winner, which is, I don't think we discussed this on the last show, I'm pretty sure. Was there anything else you want to discuss before we go over that, I should say?
Well, I just think it's important that other people are starting to jump on the grumpy old man bandwagon in their distaste for the failure of Mathieu Darche.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Of course, they're all a little late to the party, as usual. Oh, let's give him time. Let's give him no. In other sports, you don't get that kind of time.
No, you have to have an instant impact. But I mean, think about it. You're dealing with
Mathieu Darche, in all defense, has had an instant impact.
Not a negative instant impact.
Okay.
Let me
positive
specify.
impact.
Yeah, positive impact. Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But he doesn't.
If you think about it, in every other sport, I mean, you gotta produce quick. You don't, you're out. That's just the facts. That's the belly of the beast. It's the name of the game.
He needs to go.
He absolutely does. I think a majority of people are in agreement with us on that. If people aren't, I mean, then just prepare for more suck. I mean, prepare to keep not making the playoffs. Like,
we're an injury away from being the worst team in the league.
Yeah. We've said that. We've said that on multiple shows. I mean, I think everybody, knows that that's the case. I mean, I guess only time will tell for this season. I mean, I'm interested to see. I think we're all interested to see how Schaefer plays this year coming up. Do you feel like he'll have a little bit of a sophomore slump?
So much of it depends on what Peter DeBoer wants him to do.
I agree, but do you feel like teams now will kind of game plan for him a little bit more than what they maybe previously did earlier on? I feel like towards the end of the season last year, everybody knew, okay, you got to stop the kid, right? You got to
Detroit
stop the kid.
Detroit
But
was the first team to do that.
yeah, but I'm saying, do you feel like more teams will game plan for him going into next season?
Yes.
So
If they want to just play, if they just want to play the layback, play defense style, I think it gives teams a chance to really target him and defend
absolutely,
himself.
absolutely, and I think it's going to throw him off his game a
I
little bit.
Well, it depends. Like I said, it depends on what the board has him do. The board just wants him to play. Okay, hey, just get the puck out, get it to the forwards, and just be back there to play defense and let the forwards do
You're
their work.
wasting him at that point in time. Then.
That's right. You're wasting him. But as I mentioned in season last year, the first Detroit game, they went out of their way
Just stop
to
him.
hit, and hit him again. And I was surprised other teams really didn't jump on that as much as they should have. Detroit played every single time the Islanders played Detroit, they were ultra aggressive against him. And he still performed, but you can't let other teams hit your marquee player like that. I
Then
don't
it comes
care
down to his freedom. Freedom always says, right? You got to have some enforcers on your team.
You don't have to have an enforcer, but you have to have some guys who are just going to say, you know what? You're hitting our guy. We're going to run your guy every chance we get. That's how you stop it, right? And back in the olden days, every team had an enforcer or two. That's why you never saw anybody get away with that chippy play, because they get the crap kicked out of them. Games changed. So you really can't do that as much. You got the little Nancy's out there. Oh, we don't want that type of thing. We don't want this, the physicality. Ooh. That's what the NHL wanted. They thought, if we took fighting out of the game, we could appeal to more people. No. I hate to tell you, I love hockey. It's my favorite sport. It's a niche sport in this country. It just is. I don't care how many teams that Bettman wants to put into, Southern United States or wherever. There's always going to be a niche sport. Why? Because people can't play it. In Canada, they can play it. The weather's conducive to that. Million rinks. It costs too much in the United States. And, they have many more options. Basketball, football, baseball, even soccer to some extent. There are other things that the kids can do. And it costs money.
It's expensive. It's probably the most expensive sport.
The most expensive sport. Yes, it is.
Especially if you're a goalie. Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. Skates.
I'm saying goalie equipment is expensive as hell, Grumpy.
But it's all expensive. All the equipment's expensive.
Sure.
And if the kids are growing up, well, guess what?
You got to get bigger equipment now. Now you got to change it.
Got to get new gear. So it's always going to have a limit to the popularity of the sport in this country. It just is. I mean, when Gretzky went to the Kings, in the Wayback Machine, the sport, oh, well, my gosh, hockey's going to be the sport. No, it wasn't. Just like soccer in this country. They bring every once in a while, they'll bring in a superstar. Pele, I remember when he came in, that was when North American Soccer League was at its peak, was when Pele came in. But then Pele left after 3 years. Within 5-6 years, the league went out of business. David Beckham comes in, same thing. Oh my gosh, everyone's got to watch this. Soccer's the retirement league for players from Europe. They bring in Lionel Messi, and oh my gosh, we got to go see Messi. Now you can walk into games and watch him play. It's just the way it is. That people are not into it. Yes, they'll get into it for a short amount of time because there's a big name, but there's not going to have the staying power. I mean, it just isn't. Of the four major sports, hockey is fourth. It just is. Yep. And I don't think it's ever coming out of fourth. Football, that's the 800-pound gorilla, right? Is football. After that, I still think basketball has kind of shot themselves in the foot the last couple of years with their antics. I think baseball has kind of had a resurgence, with bringing in the pitch clock, shortening games, doing stuff like that. Basketball's third and hockey's fourth. I don't think it's going to change. Hockey might get up to third at some point in time if the NBA continues what they're doing, but that's just the way it is. And unfortunately, I don't even know where we started on this point, so I
Yeah,
can
you brought it up. I didn't.
so I can reland this airplane here.
You've literally just been going on a
Well,
monologue.
I know. That's why I was trying to think where we started, and I can circle it in. Like, hey, you ever remember movie Airport?
Yeah, we are crashing and burning right
1970. It didn't crash.
now. No, we are crashing and burning right
We're not
now
crashing and burning right now.
with you at the helm.
Burt Lancaster. I mean, great movie. Was up for Academy Award for Best Picture in 1970. Didn't win, but still a guilty pleasure movie. I love it. All-star cast. First of the disaster movies. Those are the type of things I love. So, but unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is. So,
Said a lot of words for a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, my concern is where are the Islanders going from here?
Hopefully not where that speech went. Oh.
Yeah, we'll see. As the host, you're supposed to remember the question that you asked me, so that
you were talking for so long that literally my brain got fried.
Okay, all right.
You talk about soccer and basketball and baseball. I mean, hell, you hit every sport.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
As we said earlier, yeah, I mean, I think very curious to see the start. I'm very curious to see the preseason games and kind of see a little bit of the defensive structure, and just see how the team performs. I feel like it'll give us a nice little snapshot of what's to come from the season.
Right. The whole thing with the preseason is the fact that you can see a lot of younger players.
And yeah, I'm very eager to see Victor Eklund play. That is somebody I'm very eager to see.
Does Victor Eklund even make the team?
I think he will.
Got an awful lot. They got an awful lot of veterans signed, right?
Yeah.
Awful lot of veterans signed.
Yeah.
Okay, Barzell. Okay, let's look at guys who are absolutely going to make the team. Barzell, Horvat, Braden Shen, J.G. Pajot, Kyle Palmieri, Simon Holmstrom, Anthony Duclair, Casey Zizekas, Emil Henneman, Callum Ritchie, Matthias Michelli, Andre Palat. It would not shock me if he does not make the opening night roster. That should not be shocking to anyone.
Do you feel like he'll probably be brought up though this season if he doesn't make the opening roster?
Right, and that's just bringing it all back together. Are we going to see more teams take a run at Matthew Schaefer? I think you could see the physicality play. That's where we started, the physicality.
Yes.
And the Islanders cannot let people run him. Cannot do it. Cannot do it. Someone's going to need – and I mean, Anders Lee, let's give Anders Lee credit. He didn't let Islander guys get run. He was not afraid to drop the gloves. I don't think he was a great fighter, but he was never afraid to drop the gloves, ever. So, let's give him kudos there. But who's going to do that now? Really? Is going to be Horvat?
Don't really have any fighters on your team.
Well, you don't even have a whole lot of tough guys on your team. Guys who are, sandpaper guys.
Yep.
They don't have any of them. That's what they have to worry about.
Yep.
The positive is you can go out, even a dope like Darche,
you can go
out and get someone for that role. There are players who are kicking around the league who can play that role. And I feel they do need somebody. They need somebody. You cannot let Matthew Schaefer absorb physical punishment.
Or have to stick up for himself.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's not a shrinking violet out there.
No.
You don't want him fighting. Absolutely,
No.
You don't want him fighting.
No.
But teams have always had protectors for their stars. This is the first time the Islanders have had, in my opinion, you could say Tavares, but I mean, a player of his caliber since Turgeon, maybe. We know what happened with that with Dale Hunter when he went after him. Whole team jumped Dale Hunter, right? When was the last time we had a real a superstar? I guess you could say Tavares. But I don't think Tavares is on Schaefer's level, talent-wise. Bossy, before that, Bossy. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while. Got to protect that asset.
Absolutely.
He is the franchise. He is the franchise. And as we've mentioned before, Mathieu Darche's job should be to load up on guys who he can build around around Matthew Schaefer. He failed in year one. He gets an F for year one. F. Colossal failure for year one. F's not even low enough, honestly. That's how bad he was. Can he
redeem himself year two?
Can he? I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but he's going to have to do something that he's never done before, which is sell off assets.
Win a deal.
Win a deal. He's never done that either.
And we're not talking 10% discounts at Starbucks. We're talking about actually wheeling and dealing some players and getting some good assets back.
I mean, right now, if he went back right now with his failure as Islander general manager, if he went back to Starbucks, he would just be like table rag boy. They wouldn't even let him make the coffee anymore and put the little whatever they do to make little pictures in the coffee. They'd send him out there with the rag to wipe down the table.
They call those baristas, Grumpy.
Whatever. He'd be a rag boy now. He wouldn't even be coffee boy, barista. What's that? A fancy name for freaking loser who could damn drop a switch and put coffee in there? That's what a barista is? How much money those people get paid? Whatever it is, it's too much.
Oh.
Flip a switch. Here you go. Here's your coffee.
Grumpy, let me ask you a question. How much coffee have you drank in your day?
I'm not a real coffee drinker.
Have you ever drank coffee before?
I've had coffee before, but it's like I've never been a coffee. You drink coffee, don't you, X?
I do.
You're a Java junkie, aren't you?
I'm not a Java junkie, but I'll drink it occasionally. I'll drink it here and there.
I'll
either drink that or an energy drink to get my caffeine in the morning.
I don't have nothing caffeinated for me. Could you imagine if I was on caffeine? What it would be like?
God, probably have to call out the National Guard.
Call in the National Guard. You call in the National Guard.
Okay, call in the National Guard. Anyway, Grumpy, let's get to the most important part of the entire show.
Okay.
We have ourselves a winner, Grumpy. We have ourselves a winner. Do you know what that winner is?
Yeah. I don't. It's the jersey competition.
That is right. It is the jersey competition. And here's our winning uniform, our third uniform for the upcoming 2026-2027 NHL season.
Is it better than the second place jersey I had there?
Absolutely it is.
Yeah, it is. Was it better than the jersey that it should have been? No. It just, I don't know.
It's just there.
Yeah.
It's just there. That's all I can say. It's just there.
They will sell. Here's the thing. They will sell some of these jerseys.
Sure.
They weren't going to sell the prison garb that Matthew Barzal was pushing, last week. Islanders or Isles written on the front. The worst jersey concept ever. It's like I don't know what they do. What do the people there who work for the Islanders do all off season? That's what I want to know.
They got a pretty cushy job. That's all I'm going to say. Not much. Or maybe they're really having to scrape by and try and find stuff to talk about. So they come up with these little contests to distract fans.
What do the season ticket people who call up, hey, you want to renew your season tickets? Yeah, can you tell me what your team did to improve over the offseason?
You get 3 votes on the new jersey to come up as opposed to 1.
I mean, it's just like, that's it. That's been their off season.
It's bad. Honestly, I commend those people because if that was my job, I'd be grasping at straws trying to figure out stuff to write about the team or stuff to pump the team up. It's tough. It's really tough. It's really, really difficult.
It's hard to sell the Islanders. What do you have to say? We have Matthew Schaefer. We have Ilya Sorokin. We got Matt Barzal. And we got the Lighthouse jersey. Here's what the fans are going to do. If the Islanders suck wearing this jersey, they're going to hate this design also. I mean, it's just, they have no creativity. Hey, we used to have these little lighthouses on the shoulders for other jerseys. Let's just put it in the center now. I don't know who the creative team is, but they lack all creativity.
Well, okay. So how the jersey competition went, Grumpy? I don't know if you looked into it at all. They
I
had specific set designs you could select from. So they only had a couple of different patches that you could select from. You could change the colors up on them, but the actual design that was on the patch was set in stone. It was the NY, the Islanders logo, the Fisherman logo, this one, and then I think the lettering of Islanders or New York Islanders. That was it. That's all
so
you had to select from.
so all they did was pick things that they've used in the past.
Correct. Yes.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
then just allowed people to select the color scheme that went on it. That is correct. That is
Well,
100%
it
correct.
just goes to show you the lack of create. You couldn't come up with anything else.
Okay, I got to play this one. This is, or put this comment up here. This is gold. From David Sean McDonald. Pylons on the ice, pylons as the crest. What a mess. Absolutely. Nothing describes it better than that.
It's true. It does look like a pylon.
Absolutely.
And you see the little shining light at the top? That's Matthew Schaefer.
I was going to say that's the sign that they put up when they give up a goal. Ooh, the buzzer going off.
Oh my God. I don't know. It's just, okay. That was my second choice of all the jerseys that they had up previously. This was my second choice. My first one was
Fisherman.
the old Fisherman logo with the Islanders on the shoulders. Okay, I could live with that. No problem there. But the color scheme, it's like they don't have any creative people who work for that organization. And you want the least creative person they have working there?
Who?
Mathieu Darche. He can't even create a damn trade that, he could possibly win.
That's true. That's very true.
And I'm going to say it again. This guy needs to turn this team around, or Matthew Schaefer's going to leave.
He's not turning anything around.
Well, they have some years left. But
okay. You seriously think that he is capable?
No.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. So he's not going to turn the team around.
I want him to
be in the same boat, if not worse, in the next season or 2 seasons, depending on how long this piece of shit stays here.
I want him to fail faster.
Well,
why? Because I need a new general manager in there who can turn the franchise around before Matthew Schaefer comes up being an unrestricted free agent. That's what I want. Because if this team is still lackluster and dull like it is right now, that kid's walking. That kid's going to walk. And the Islanders ownership would have nobody to blame but themselves for keeping guys in charge who don't know what they're doing as GM spot.
Agreed.
Period. They hung on to Lamoriello too long. They've already hung on to this guy too long. They hung on to him 8 months too long. 8 months. He should have been gone as soon as the season started. When he starts picking up guys like Carson Soucy and Andrei Palat, you knew they were in for trouble. And then he comes out and says, "Oh, well, we knew we weren't going to have to do anything. We were going to have the same roster for 2 years." Well, he's full of shit. He's a liar. He's a liar. Not only is he stupid and bad at his job, he's a liar as well. Because how many guys has he brought in that's just exacerbated the problem? The Braden Shens. Signing.
If that was the case, why'd you piss away all the draft picks then?
Signing the useless Romanov to an 8-year extension. That's a good name for him, the useless Romanov. Frustrating.
Anyway, Groupie, do we want to get into our ad read and then we can hit up some of these comments?
Yeah, I would like to do the ad read. X, would you like me to hit that ad read there?
Sure, Grumpy. Let's do the ad read.
Okay. It all comes down to this: a best-of-7 battle with DraftKings has you covered every step of the way. The DraftKings Sports app is now available in all 50 states and includes all markets. Sweat every shift of the series all in one place with one app. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code THPN, spend $5 and get 200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code THPN. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Bet with DraftKings Sportsbook. If you have a gambling problem, Listen to this, please.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, that text pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks, expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Predictions offer void in New York. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
Okay. They read it faster than I do. You know what? The guy just reads
way faster than you do.
Well, no. You know what they do? They read it regular and they just speed it up. That's what they do. It's not like he's reading it that fast, okay?
Probably right. Well, Grumpy, get your reading lips ready because we're about to roll through some comments here. Boom. First one.
Here's our friend Alexander. Says, what's up, gents? It's still early to say anything. We got to wait till at least 3 years. Alexander, you know I love you. You know
why would we just prolong the inevitable?
Alexander, he's a Dolphins fan. Okay? The Dolphins suck. They're going to suck really bad hard. The Knicks, hey, they won the NBA championship.
You know what I'm going to treat it like? I'm going to treat it like a health issue. If you have a health problem, are you going to give it 3 years before you go to get it looked at and take it if there's something wrong taken out? Or are you going to go immediately and go get it looked at and get it taken out? Probably the smart decision would be to go get it looked at immediately and get it resolved.
Cut it out. Get it
exactly. And that's what I think we need to do with Darche. He's the problem.
He is a problem.
Goodbye. Pack your bags. Pack your latte machine and get it moving.
Mathieu Darche has caused me to lose hair.
There's not much left.
Well, I know it's because of Mathieu Darche. JP says, as I was saying before, with Bettman hell-bent on making Southern hockey supreme, Malkin should move the team to Puerto Rico, where they could become the Barceloneta Blanquitos Stanley Cup. JP also adds, and with any luck, our hero Bettman will expand to Guadalajara as well. Connor McDavid would lift the cup for the Guadalajara Gringos. JP's on a roll today, and Bettman could expand the season into mid-July, so it would be 117 degrees Fahrenheit outside of the arena for Game 7 of the Cup Finals.
Oh, my God.
And he adds, what a great steward of the game Bettman is. I'm going to say that JP is unhappy with Gary Bettman's tenure as commissioner of the league.
Okay, I'll just say this before we get into the next comment. I find it very weird that no team from Canada has won in what how many years has it been since a team from Canada's won the cup?
30 years.
Over 30 years. A team from Canada has not won the cup in 30 years. It's a little strange, right? A little strange. You'd think maybe they would just luckily fall and win a cup, right?
Yeah. Now, JP's trying to help X out here. If you turn the bass up on your EQ a bit and turn the CPU volume up, that usually helps with an internal mic.
Okay.
Okay, listen to me. Don't do it now. I want you to experiment later, and this way we can tell. Because the last thing I need is you shorting out your system now in the middle of the show. That would be an X special right there. Yeah, we can't hear you now, X. I know you're faking it. That's okay.
I thought I'd get him.
Satan's child. I don't want to say that's Mathieu Darche, but who knows? I guess Grumpy is going to have to get you a new mic in addition to feeding you. LOL. Man, everyone's coming out attacking you. I want to say
everybody hates me.
Now, we did have a Sunday night dinner over X's house.
That's right.
On X's house.
Yours truly.
Let me ask you a question, X. Did you purchase the main courses, any of the main courses?
No, I did not purchase.
Did you? Okay, I'm just asking questions. Just answer yes or no. This is a congressional Senate hearing right here.
Okay.
Did you purchase any of the side items?
I don't know if we got those tater tots or not.
The answer is no. Drinks. What about drinks, X?
Yes.
Yes.
I brought Gatorade. I had Gatorade. Yes.
Did you purchase any drinks for me, perhaps?
No.
I brought over 2 drinks. I drank a drink. I went to go get a second drink, and what did I find, X?
I don't know. What'd you find, Grumpy?
Wifey Y was over there chugging my drink. I brought my own beverage, and just like X, Wifey Y just drinking my beverage. What about the snacks, the after meal snacks? Did you purchase any of those?
We actually did get cookies, but y'all brought some other stuff. We did
So
buy
the answer
cookies.
is no to that.
We did buy cookies though.
So the answer is no. What were the cookies put out, or was it just the donuts?
So you thought that we should have made cookies on top of donuts on top of?
So no, don't say that you did not supply any of the snacks. Is that correct? Is that correct?
We could have.
I don't want you
We
to
were told
pat
not to
yourself
cook
on
them.
the back.
We were informed not to cook them.
I don't want you to pat yourself on the back because we just
Do you mind
stopped.
me asking who cooked the food?
You should be cooking. It's the least you should do. And
Did
never
I
let
use my propane? Did I use my grill?
And never let it be said that you didn't do the least you could do, X. That's
Okay.
all I gotta
Okay.
say.
Whoa. What about your other son?
You want to compare yourself to him? Is that your accomplishment?
Whenever we had dinner over his house, did he buy any of the food?
If he was on
No.
the show, he'd be getting attacked as well.
The answer is no. Did
Okay.
he bring any of the drinks? The answer is no.
Now, whenever you come over here, we've been watching The Sopranos, right?
Mhm.
Been watching this, and they come over here, the both of them, and all I know is the doors have been torn off the pantry and the refrigerator because they're just in there all the time. It's like a horde of freaking locusts. That's what it is when they come over the house. Nick Gilestress says, Grumpy and Son X, how you guys doing? Grumpy, how's the warden doing? She's doing better. We're on to our next phase of what we need to be looking at, and we'll be finding out some news on that shortly, hopefully.
Yep.
Next comment. Drew says, a D+ for Darche is generous.
Generous. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't think he even gets a D+. JP says, as Ray Lucas would have said in the old New York Jets post-game shows on Sports New York, Darche, F. Thomas Antonetti says, our friend Thomas Antonetti, hey, gents, sorry I missed the live stream the past couple of weeks, but I always watch at some point. There is this podcast and then all the others. You are truly the gold standard. Thank you very much, Thomas. We do appreciate it.
Yep.
Thomas says, wish we could say the same about our beloved Islanders. LOL.
Agreed.
It's true. And you're just wondering, what's it going to be like for the next couple of years?
More of the same unless you change something. More of the same. Expect more of the same unless you change your GM. Expect more of the same.
I just don't want to see the fan base turn apathetic towards the team. And when you're bad for a long time, that can happen. Yeah. I am already starting to see that in some corners. David Sean McDonald says, X is here just for the paycheck. LOL. You're okay, bud. Slow, but part of the family. Oh, he's calling you freaking slow.
It is what it is.
Freedom from Adventure goes, on the last show, degenerate Son X was trying to borrow Grumpy's van with the promises of bringing it back filled with gifts and riches for Grumpy. Did you lend him the van? How disappointed were you?
God, bro. Like okay. immediately just the most negative thing possible. Were you disappointed?
I don't know yet. I haven't tried to use those rusted out items that you brought.
They're not rusted at all.
And he also brought gas. He brought gas cans. I guess he stole
a gas can. I need to get it.
And I'm like, why is this gas can here? I'm like, I just took it. I'm like, oh, it's my gas now.
No, it's mine.
And X is like, no, that's my gas. I'm going to come back and get it. But he'll probably forget. Who knows?
I do need it, though. I do need it.
You do need it. Okay.
The other can I have, the hose has like a leak in it. So whenever I pour the gas into the mower, it just leaks all over my hands.
Pathetic. Charles Dittmar says, Darche has made a big step in demolishing the cul-de-sac crew. He let Lee walk, although he should have gotten assets for him at the deadline.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he also should have moved J.G. Pajot. He should have moved Tony DeAngelo. He never should have signed back Kyle Palmieri. He absolutely should not have signed Jonathan Drouin or the useless Romanov. David Shaw McDonald says, my biggest concern is Darche, period. Yeah, he's not going to make it. And David Shaw McDonald adds, we're going to be worse than last year.
Absolutely a possibility of that happening. I think there is. I don't think you can discount that. There definitely is a possibility that we are worse than last year. Other teams have gotten better. Other teams have gotten healthy. There's absolutely a possibility that our record is worse than last year.
I just think DeBoer's a much better coach than Patrick Waugh.
Sure, but guess what? Coaching can only get you so far. You actually have to have talent out there on the ice, and if you don't, you could have the best coach in the world on the planet as your coach, but you're not going to win anything. The coach doesn't play.
But if you have a coach where the team fully buys into a total defensive structure, you can overachieve. You absolutely can. And the Metro Division is weak. It's weak. So, I mean, could the Islanders make the playoffs? I think they could potentially, but they're going to have to come top 3. I think they're okay. You're not going to beat out Carolina and not going to beat out Washington. So then you got everybody else
now and better.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. We could come in last in division. We could come in. I don't think we're going to get third. I mean, I guess we'd get as high as third, and potentially, last. But I think that DeBoer is going to. If it's Patrick Waugh, I think we'd come in last. So
I think we'll be better than the Rangers.
The Rangers really improved this offseason.
We'll be better than the Rangers.
Okay.
The Rangers still suck.
We'll see. Charles Dittmar says, the old man handcuffed the new GM. You called it job security a few years back, Grumpy. And he did. I think I already touched it off on this show. I think he did. The problem is that after that,
when the shackles were released,
he got worse. He made it worse.
Exactly.
JP says, I have to confess that I was listening to Pierre Maguire's podcast, and his partner actually intimated that the Islanders would make the playoffs. I wrote him that I wanted their lysergic acid diethylamine 25. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to say it's probably not good, and I wouldn't recommend anyone take it. David Sean McDonald says Schaefer is going to feel like he needs to do more because of the team's inabilities. That's another possibility.
That he feels like he has to do too much.
And then it could lead to errors the other way, and then the fan base turn on him.
Injury.
Yeah.
Too.
JP says, what do you guys think the market is for Pelech or Pulock or both? I think Pelech will be moved before Pulock. Why? Because the Islanders have a plethora of young left shot defensemen and very, very limited amount of right shot defensemen. So Pulock's safe for a while. I think Pelech should be moved at the deadline for absolute minimum of first and a third. Minimum of first and a third. And, if you have a team that's really and they need a defensive defenseman, and of course it all depends on how Pelech plays this year too, right? Last year I thought he had a bit of resurgence. He was really healthy last year compared to previous seasons. Maybe he's good enough to get you 2 firsts. He's signed for at least another 3 years after this. So, you have cap certainty. I'm going to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass like I usually do. But let me just see, just to make sure. So after this one, I'm sorry, he has 2 more years after this one. So he's got this year and then 2 more years at $5.75 million, which in today's landscape is really not that much for a top flight defensive defenseman. So I think absolutely you get, a couple of firsts if he performs. JP says, what's the market for Matt Barzal? I don't think they're moving Matt Barzal.
I don't think they're moving it, but I think his market's very high. I mean, he put up a shit ton of points last year.
If Braden Shen got you a first, a third, a prospect, and a winger, Mathieu Barzal should be worth 2 firsts and a top-end prospect.
I agree with that.
That's what he should be worth.
Yep. He gets a lot.
He's signed for years.
Yep.
If he went to another team, Mathieu Barzal would take off.
Oh, my God, yeah.
What's the market for Bo Horvat? Less than Matt Barzal. Absolutely.
Agreed.
But I think he's absolutely a first and a third.
Yeah.
Or a first and a prospect, first and a high-end prospect.
I mean,
look what Brock Nelson got.
Horvat's better than Braden Shen.
He is, but I'm trying to think of what they got for Brock Nelson. Was a first and a high-end prospect. Remember, the first is anybody you're getting a first, you're probably not going to get a first round pick that's top 10, right? You're going to get a first round pick that's at the tail end, for anywhere from 25 to 32 or 30, whatever. And then you're going to have to get yourself a high end prospect. I think he's absolutely worth that. You're not going to move everybody at one deadline, though. Just not going to happen. Start moving some guys. They're not going to move anybody this offseason. The offseason was done before it was done at the deadline. The offseason was done at the deadline. That was his offseason move. He has to make some moves, and you cannot add anyone at the deadline. The only way that Mathieu Darche could make it even worse is you start taking on new contracts at the deadline. That would be worse. I cannot imagine him doing that. Cannot imagine it. And we'll have all season to talk about who we should be moving when we're in the doldrums of
absolutely
the depths of the Eastern Conference. Charles Dittmar says, if Romanov plays well, he'll be a good trade asset. If he plays well at all, I'm the first guy to move him.
Yep.
JP says the market for Sorokin.
Very, very high.
I think his market is as high as it's going to be right now.
Correct.
That being
said, the prime of his career.
They cannot get rid of him right now.
No. If you want any chance of winning.
Who's going to be your goaltender next year? Varlamov? If you had Gamzin ready to come over to play in the league, I think he's got another 2 years or so in the Russian league. If he was willing to come, if he was coming over, then you could move Sorokin. You can't leave yourself with Varlamov and insert piece of trash third string goalie on this team. You're totally tanking the year, and you lose the fan base. Absolutely will. Thomas, and that's what, honestly, you trade Barzell, Schaefer. They're not moving Schaefer, but Barzell or Sorokin, you're losing the fan base. They're your top three players. And I'm going to throw Horvat in there as well. Thomas Antonet says, gents, what are your thoughts on offering Line a PTO? And should he make the team off that? What is your acceptable salary for him? I'm an advocate for giving a shot, not a multi-year deal. Patrick Line, I would absolutely give him a PTO and let him come in and see if he wants to play for the team. Let me see I don't know how much money they have under their cap right now. Let's see if I can find that real quick. XCX, you should have it. Looks like their cap space is $3 million. You can get him on the cheap.
Yeah, 2.934.
Yeah, he's a guy, and here's the thing: if you had to, you could shed some salary.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm absolutely all for giving Patrick Line a shot. Absolutely, I am. The question is Peter DeBoer. Patrick Line, he can shoot the puck, and he'd be lethal on a power play. But what does he not do? He doesn't back check. So it's like, what type of system is Peter DeBoer going to
work in the current system under the current coach?
He also makes Emil Henneman absolutely expendable.
Yep.
Jason Cameron says, Grumpy knows best. I always like Jason. He's so smart.
Knows best.
Nick Canetta, welcome back. Have you guys heard about the rumor of Philly asking about Romanov? We have. Yeah, I have absolutely no problem at all. If Philly wants him, make me an offer. Make me an offer. That's all. Make me an offer. Darche should be listening to every offer. This team's not very good. If Philly thinks that they're a shitty defenseman, one of the worst in the history of ice hockey, away from making the playoffs on a consistent basis, go for it. Make me an offer. There's nothing wrong with let me hear what you got to say. How many untouchables are there on this team? 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting the young guys. The young guys are, as far as I'm concerned, they're untouchable.
Okay.
Even Casper Holmstrom, I'm not moving him. Callum Ritchie, no. I mean, no. But if you make me an offer for picks and prospects, blow my socks off. JP says, I was hoping Darche would have had a deferred positive impact to go backward a bit before moving forward, but that's far from what's happening. We're going backward in perpetuity. Man, JP using some big-ass words today.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Canetta asks, okay, You guys say we are an injury away from being the worst team in the league. No shit. 80% of the league is that way. Not true. Not true. Not true.
Certain teams are, but not
Yeah.
all. Not all of them.
Oh, yeah, like the worst teams in the league, you give them another injury, yeah.
And we're excluding starting goaltender, by the way. We're excluding starting goaltenders. Any team that loses their starting goaltender, with the exception of Carolina, right? They didn't need a starting goalie.
Carolina, well, they're really run well.
Yeah.
Small market team, absolutely a small market team. Stanley Cup champions.
Yep.
JP says, as we've said ad nauseum before, no vision. Right, no vision. Who was the first one to tell you that? Oh, that's right. Nick Canetta says, I think Romanoff is going to flourish under DeBoer. Okay. And I think someone like Richie is really going to take a step with DeBoer, kind of like Nelson with Trotz. Sorry, I saw Trotz with the S and it brought me back to Brian Trottier. Barry Trotz. Romanoff isn't disciplined enough. Period. That's Romanoff's issue. He's not disciplined enough. He just wants to run guys all the time. He's positionally unsound. I don't think, and he's 26 years old now?
So if he's not going to learn it now, he'll never learn it.
If Philly wanted him, move him. Move him. Callum Ritchie, I mean, he's just still developing. Peter DeBoer is a better coach than Patrick Roy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's too early for me to say which players are going to improve under him, which are not. We'll have to wait and see the proof in the pudding. But I will be interested to see how some of the young players take to his teachings. Absolutely, I will. Gungun says, which far-fetched breaks would have to fall in the Islanders' favor for the season to be exciting, jolly, and fun? Son X, did you ever eat a burger without a bun? You've eaten a burger with that.
I eat my burger with buns.
You've never eaten a burger without a bun, ever?
I mean, maybe I've had like burger meat without a bun.
Well, that's it. A burger without a bun.
No, I don't like it like that.
It wasn't the question. Did you ever eat a burger without a bun was the question.
Nah, it's not my favorite way to eat a burger.
Did you ever? He didn't ask if it was your favorite way. He said, did you ever eat a burger without a bun? Have you ever eaten a burger?
I would eat a burger with a bun.
What?
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I think probably one time, I probably had a burger without a bun, like the burger meat. But yeah, I don't like them like that.
Everybody likes it with the bun. The question was,
I'd much rather have a burger with a bun.
Okay. Yeah. So whatever. Okay. What breaks would the Islanders need?
A lot. For the season to be fun and exciting and enjoyable, a lot.
They'd have to have multiple injuries to other teams.
Correct.
And everybody buying into the defensive system. They wouldn't be fun to watch.
They'd have to give Darche a map to get into work, but it'd have to be to a different location.
Oh, I like that one, X. I like it. Goon adds, Son X, your knowledge. Oh my God. Your knowledge of Islanders history is coming along nicely. Therefore, you will have no trouble naming the last team the Islanders beat in the playoffs.
The Bruins. The Bruins.
I don't think so, X. Look it up. I don't even know why you would.
The New York Islanders beat in the playoff series is the Boston Bruins, whom they defeated 4-2 in the second round of the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs.
The Islanders haven't won a playoff series since 2021?
Correct.
It's really been that far? Why was I thinking it was Philadelphia or Pittsburgh?
It was 2021. It was the last playoff series they won.
Wow. It's like half a decade.
The score was 4-2. Oh. Trust me, Grumpy. I already looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for playing.
All right. Good for
your lack of Islanders knowledge. Look at me.
I didn't realize. I knew we'd only won 3 playoff games in 5 years. I guess it makes sense.
Are you even a true fan?
Terrible. Terrible.
Trash.
Next.
Trash. I'm better than you.
Joe Horvat, Bo's brother, Joe. When is TJ planning on stopping by? I kind of miss that angry bastard. We talked with him tonight. He's still angry, isn't he, X?
He's always angry.
He's very angry.
He's always bitching about something.
He's always complaining about something like a little
always.
Bitch. David Shaw McDonald says, Michael Bunting is still available. He's got some sandpaper to his game, and he's got some skill. Yeah, he's hanging around for a reason. He's got to be in his, 32?
Let me look it up.
32, 33. Just what is he going to bring to the table?
He's 30.
30. Okay.
I mean,
Where's he going to play?
if you brought him in on the cheap, I wouldn't mind it. But it's like, again, why are we going after 30-year-olds? I mean, I get he's not under contract with any team, so he's like free agent. But I don't know. You wouldn't have to give anything up for him. I mean, maybe if you brought him in on the cheap, sure.
I'd rather bring in a line A on a PTO, honestly,
Yeah.
as opposed to bunting. Freedom Fund Adventure says, God forbid anything happens to Grumpy, but if it did, what does Baby Liza need to protect Grumpy from the most? TJ, Doc Page, X, Mrs. X.
It's TJ. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Who do you think you need to protect her from the most?
I mean, I don't know what he mean, like beating her up.
I think he means like, I mean, TJ would probably roll over on her in his sleep.
He could crush her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or like he would have to feed her. And I don't think he could do that.
Doc Page runs a tough ship over there.
Doc Page literally, like, she does everything with that baby.
Little baby absolutely has everybody wrapped around her finger.
Oh my God, yeah.
Except for Doc Page.
That's true.
She's absolutely the disciplinarian over there. I like when TJ gets mad at me because, you don't discipline her enough. You let her do whatever she wants. And he does the same exact
He
thing.
literally lets her do whatever she wants.
I mean, he's worse than I am because he pretends like he's tough.
And the crazy thing is, Wife Y is little baby is obsessed with Wife Y.
She does because they're both the same height.
That is very true. Just about.
It's one of her daycare pals.
Just about.
Guggen says, Dolly Parton, rest in peace. Yes. Tim Curry, rest in peace. Yes.
And also, you know how they say death happens in threes? Hayden Panettiere also passed away.
Yeah, she died last week. She was 36. The other two were 80.
Well, what I'm saying is that's 3, right?
That's 3. That's 3, X. That's 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's wild.
Freedom Fun Adventure says, don't worry about DeBoer and Schaefer. His track record of development is fantastic. Well, you know what? That's best case scenario.
Yep.
I don't want that kid shackled.
Correct.
I don't think he was a liability at all defensively last year. Not at all. As an 18-year-old, he's tremendous. All right, we got all season for me to gush on Matthew Schaefer. Not today. Nick Canetta says, I think Pellick is going to be the one move, not Romanoff when all is said and done. I know you guys don't like Romanoff, but I think he has a good year this year.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what'll happen.
We'll see. I've never seen him.
If he does not follow the structure, he's going to get exposed quickly. Very quickly.
I don't hate him. He just sucks, and I don't want him on my team. Nick Canetta also says, I do think Shen's going to stink, though. Richie's going to take over the 2C spot, and there's going to have play Shen on the 4th line. I don't think so. I still think that you might see Shen play a wing. I don't think remember, you got Casey, who's still the 4th line center. He's in the last year of a deal. He absolutely needs to be moved at the deadline. You got J.G. Pajot, just signed a 3-year extension. He's going to be your 3C. That was a dumb move. He should have been traded at the deadline. Doesn't matter. You got Braden Shen for 2 years. He's going to be your 2C. And then you got Bo Horvat as your 1C. And then you got Matt Barzell, who you have to assume is ahead of Callum Ritchie in the center battle if there's an injury, and then Callum Ritchie. I think he's going to be relegated to a wing. I think he's better off at center. But, when you're signing all these veterans to big-time deals, they're not going to sit, and they're not going to change positions. It's going to be the young guy who gets aced out, unfortunately. Free in Front of Adventure says, Pellick should be moved when the right deal. Wrong, Son X. Romanoff is highly desired since the Islanders got him, and his contract is very attractive. But won't trade him until next summer if they do. Pellick, Pulak, Ma. Who's Ma? Oh, Ma. Magone first, then O'Dellius. O'Dellius and George have no value. Tune in this week to hear Grumpy cringing on Romanob and Darche show. Romanob. That's what he is. He is a knob.
Romanob.
Gungun says, and you know he didn't do that on purpose. It was a typo, but
It was.
useless Romanob. He's a knob.
He's a knob.
Gungun says, I'm cautiously optimistic about the Jets this year. Could such a bold result in pro sports treason? Could such a bold statement result? Yeah, the Jets are going to suck.
They're going to suck like they always do.
They still got Aaron Glenn as their coach, right? The
Yeah.
Matthew Darche of coaches.
Yeah. Somehow I think they thought that it was the general manager's fault.
Yeah. No. Nick Canetta adds.
You know what? I wish the Islanders would do that.
Nick Canetta says, do you think George can beat Mayfield out for a spot? Well, George is a left shot defenseman. Mayfield's a right shot defenseman. That's why Mayfield's going nowhere. Okay. And the rest, I don't know what the rest said. Something about DeBoer. What was it, X, about DeBoer?
You're going to make me have to scroll all the way back up.
Well, you dropped it off so quick, I didn't get a chance to finish reading it. DeBoer seems to want George in the lineup. Whose spot's he going to take? He's a left shot defenseman, and you already have Schaefer, who's not going anywhere. You have Pellick. You have who's the and useless Romanov. You got him. They're all above him. And then you also have is Aitchison ahead of him. Every time I see Isaiah George, he's on his ass. Same with Aitchison. But he needs to get bigger and stronger. He hasn't. But here's the thing. That's why you need move out some veterans and give the young guys a shot. If you're firmly committed to rebuild, that's fine. Then you play the young guys and see you let competition win out. Whoever deserves the spot of the young guys, they're the guys who should start. It shouldn't be we're just, well, gosh, we got all these guys signed to long-term deals. We're just going to play them forever. You move them out and you let the young guys have a spirited competition. Best man wins. Nothing wrong with that. Nick Canetta says, did you guys ever look at the jerseys people emailed you? Maybe look at those to see how many are better than the ones that they chose. Islanders ain't doing much to talk about anyways, LOL. X, weren't you supervising that?
Yeah, but I think that stuff happened with the warden and it kind of went by the wayside. I do need access to the email. And we can take a look at them and then we can talk about them. But
look at you, X. You pulling out the
dude,
hold on. You are a lowlife.
My low life.
Pulling out,
bro. It's the truth.
Pulling out the warden illness card because you didn't do your job,
bro. It's the truth. This stuff did happen with the warden.
Oh my God,
I'm not lying. Oh my God. Literally, it was supposed to be the next show after that, and that's why we took off for a while.
When do you think the Islanders? The next time you'll hear anything from the Islanders? When's the next time you think you'll hear anything for them?
Start of the season?
No, probably training camp.
Oh, okay.
So about another month.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So yeah, trust me, we'll be able to talk about it. I'll get access from the old host of the show to the email, and I'll pull them up, and I'll have them ready for next show. I will have them ready for next show.
Okay.
Unless something else happens.
That's fair, X.
Preface it like that.
Okay. Aaron Glandon, our Detroit Red Wings fan buddy. I believe in the Islanders more than I do my Red Wings right now until the Red Wings find a good GM. I sent an email about fantasy football and didn't hear anything back on it yet. Should I be worried? No. The Hammerhead TJ said that if you were in the league last year, Aaron, you will be in the league this year. I believe I'll you know what? I will look that up and
get with the bum on that. All right?
Yeah. He told me, he said that he's reactivated the leagues. He's full of shit. But he said he reactivated them. He just hasn't picked the draft date yet. But we will look.
The only thing he reactivated was his DoorDash account to order more food.
Oh, wow, X.
Yeah.
Yikes. What about all that cake he ate last week? You remember?
Or the donuts or the insert junk food here. Yeah. Oh. And it's the same guy who says he's trying to lose weight.
What do you think the chances of him losing weight?
Slim and none and slim left down.
Oh, no,
Aaron, we will be doing the fantasy football league this year.
Absolutely.
And I think, if anybody else wants to join, just shoot an email if they weren't in the league previously and they want to join this year.
Yeah, because we had 10 teams, so I know that we can
definitely have spots for
up to 12 if we have to.
Yeah.
Nick Canetta says, bets. You want to know who won the fantasy football last year, X?
No, who won?
It was me. Usually I forget who wins. I remember when I lose, But I win so often, it's hard to remember when I win. But usually the ones that stick with you, the loss is not like the People's Champion. The ones that you really remember, the ones you lose, not the ones you win. Drew said, X is getting called a low life is a new low for X. Might have to quit after hearing that, LOL.
This one's gold.
Drew says, TJ has that Debo Samuel diet. Can't put the fork down diet. Wow.
Yeah, no, he's got the seafood diet. He seafoods.
Everything he sees, he eats.
That's right. He's like a trash can. You step on his foot and scrape the empties into his mouth.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Nick Canet says,
enough roasting, TJ.
That's in who gets the C. Mine is no one, and they run out 3 assistants. No, I think it's going to be Horvat. I really do.
Should be Barzal.
It's not going to be Barzal.
Should be Shea.
Horvat has been politicking for that job forever.
That's all he does. All he does is politic, but he doesn't produce. Guys worried more about getting, a C on his shirt or making a team than actually producing on the ice.
That's true.
Loser.
Shen, even though he stinks, is a good sandpaper guy, won't do much else. He's not getting the C. He's only going to be here for this year.
I don't think he's saying he's getting the C. I think he's just saying he'd be a good sandpaper guy, somebody who can, protect Schaefer.
And that's, what, if he does that, all right, whatever. Still a bad trade, but
absolutely
do something. Gungun says, will DeBoer work his magic on the island? Grumpy, which grunge band featured Scott Weiland? My gosh, I know that answer. I forgot it. I know that answer too. Gungun, just tell me the answer. I remember it, but I forgot it. He's dead anyway, isn't he, Scott Weiland? Next comment, please.
Okay.
Don't leave up the fact that I couldn't get Scott Weiland's band name. Why do I want to say Blink 82? Blink 182? I don't know. I don't remember. Freedom Fun Adventure says, cracks me up how damn proud Sunix is.
Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver.
The Stone Temple Pilot. And he's dead, isn't he?
I don't know if he's dead or not.
Stone Temple Pilots. It was Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, he died December 3rd, 2015.
Yeah, he's dead.
Blink 182?
Blink 1. I remember. Yeah.
All the people from Blink 182 are still alive.
Okay, X. Like, you know anything about any musical groups?
I know about Blink 182.
Yeah, Blink.
I know more about them than you do.
Yeah, shut up. Freedom Fun Adventure says, cracks me up how damn proud Sonic is to parrot the BS his father and brother tells him rather than educate himself. Dude, find out for yourself. Unless you are faking it to keep your free ride going. Wow.
Hey. I'll do anything for free food.
All I know is X watched last year the useless Romanov.
And the limited amount of games that I watched. I watched him. You want to know how good he was? He couldn't even get on the ice. That's how good he was. He couldn't even play.
Worst player in the league.
He was at home on the couch.
Yeah.
That's how good he was last year. Trash.
Counting his rubles.
Terrible.
Nick Canetta says,
on the ice.
Nick Canetta says, maybe Romanov as an enforcer, but I feel like you don't want a defenseman doing that, correct? Which is why Mayfield is useless. But the Mayfield contract isn't on Darche. That's true. It's not. Absolutely not. Nick also adds, I think we got to take a swing on a buy low candidate like Ken Johnson is someone I take a swing on. Yes. Those are guys I'm willing to take swings at, guys who had potential and for whatever reason were good and then have fallen off the planet. Maybe it changes.
To revitalize their career again.
Take a flyer on that. Like the Flyers did with Trevor Zegras. A second and a fourth.
Exactly.
A second and a fourth, and then he has a career rebirth, and they re-sign him. Kent Johnson can play. Now, the last couple of years, he's been bad. Let's be honest. He's a depressed asset. Those are the guys hey,
get him
Columbus,
on the cheap.
Hey, Columbus, how about we give you a second? And I'll tell you, how about this? We'll give you a second and a fourth for him, and if he produces like 50 points, we'll make it 2 seconds. Something like that. I mean, we're, conditional selection. I'm not giving up first-round draft picks, though. Absolutely not. Not for a depressed asset, Gungun says, Grumpy, could Senex learn a thing or two about viewing the documentary Becoming Led Zeppelin, or is it a no-win? It's on Netflix right now, Becoming Led Zeppelin. Would you be interested in watching that?
Maybe.
You ever know? Can you name any Led Zeppelin songs? Can you name? Here's the thing.
Heaven.
Okay, I'm going to say, all right, Stairway to Heaven. Everyone knows that, okay? Now, Led Zeppelin was played in this house while you were living here. could you name 5? Can you name 3 Led Zeppelin songs? Stairway to Heaven does not. Cashmere, okay.
And then oh god. I can't remember the name of the song though.
Gotta know the name. Stairway doesn't count, so you only got 1 so far.
What? Stairway to Heaven not count?
Everyone knows Stairway to Heaven. Sorry.
Oh god. I don't know, dude. I don't know. If I heard them, I'd know what they were.
Yeah, listen here, Blink 182.
All right, can you name 5 Blink 182?
Go ahead, Blinky. I couldn't name any. At least I admit it.
Why do you admit that I can name Led Zeppelin songs?
Hold on.
I know about
Hold on. You're not trying to compare the discography of Blink 182 with Led Zeppelin, are you, X?
Yes, I am.
What a hammerhead. Go to the next comment, X. Freedom Fund Event says, you absolutely need an enforcer. Every team has multiple now and are drafting them like crazy. Grumping isn't aware if the rest of the league, but the playoff teams, especially loading up, the Islanders only blame the owner. JP says, I have to confess that I probably drink more coffee than half of the Islanders Never Say Die community does combined. That's a lot of coffee.
It's a lot.
Nick Canetta says, okay, fellas, not necessarily Islanders related. That's okay. There are usually some trades during the off done in the preseason. Anyone guesses if anyone of any teams get traded, Marchenko, someone else? I think that Columbus is not going to trade Marchenko. They're not going to trade Werenski. And they needed a heart transplant. I don't know if they kept Rick Bowness as coach or not. You should probably look that up. X, is Rick Bowness still the coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, or did they get rid of him? I know he said if they were going to keep him, that there were going to be changes with that team. He was unhappy down the stretch with Columbus. They do have
Rick Bowness.
Okay. Don Waddell and Rick Bowness have some work to do. Mm-hmm. Rick Bowness talks some mad smack about a lot of the players in that locker room.
That he did.
JP says, Midnight Blue sucks on an Islander jersey. I, for one, refuse to take part in their latest money grab. Okay, JP.
All right.
Put down that coffee. David Shaw McDonald says, winner my ass. Look at that bland travesty.
Talk about the uniform.
Yep. Mark Alberti says, we have great colors. Don't understand why they can't design a fantastic third jersey. Because they have no talent on the ice or in the marketing room. Brett Wayner says, Sunex, when are you going to break down and buy an Islanders jersey?
When they make one that's worth buying.
Oh, what about the Matthew? Weren't you going to get a Matthew Schaefer jersey?
I do want to get a Matthew Schaefer one, but again, make a cool jersey and I'll buy it.
Why don't you just get the regular jersey?
I like the regular jersey. I like the Fisherman one. Bring me back the Fisherman one. Honestly, I might get the Bridgeport Fisherman jersey and then just throw Schaefer on the back.
Oh, no. I don't even think they make those anymore. Matthew Sklarov says the Lighthouse logo is still better than the other crappy designs. Does the rest of it need work? Sure. Yeah, it's terrible. Freedom Fund Event says, oh my God, Sunex, ask about fighters, and Grumpy took us on the worst road trip of nonsense ever. That's who TJ got it from.
It's pretty bad.
JP says, Grumpy, I hear you. They're lackluster and dull, sure. But however, the bigger problem is there is no vision or direction of how they're building this thing because they're not building around 48 bet. Yeah, 100% agree. 100%. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, bullcrap, Grumpy. Geez, you were wrong on everything tonight. Lee let guys get run all the time. Okay, Lee stood up for his guys, though. You can't say he didn't. He absolutely did. Also, the thing about the Islanders jumping other team, hanging on and praying. Also, the thing about the Islanders jumping other team, hanging on and praying it doesn't escalate, part 2. Other team. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Freedom. Freedom adds, leaving your fate and safety in other teams' mercy is a bad idea. Darche adding size, toughness in the draft, and Hamilton, so owners must block from the NHL. Alexander says, I love that New Jersey. Alexander is always going to give you the positive Islander spin. You would think that he worked for the fan base with the team. David Shaw McDonald says, this third Islander jersey contest was nothing but a marketing scheme. We've been lied to once again. Nobody's design was looked at. The final 8 designs were thought of before the announcement of the contest. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. Alexander adds, Darche was handed a mess and he made some bad trades. I get it, but I'm sure there are other great GMs of the past that messed up in their first year. So let's wait and see what happens. I like what we have.
Here's one thing I was thinking of too about the jersey design. If it really was a fan who made it, right? Go ahead and announce who the fan was who made it. Right?
I agree, X.
There you go.
That's
If
what
it,
they
really
should
was
have
a fan, if it really was a fan that made it, it should be pretty easy to say their name.
Watch out, X. You're going to be on their poop list. Why didn't they put on there jersey number 1 submitted by Freddie Smith?
Or
Jersey
yeah, like a
number
handle or something that they submitted from, right?
Right. Marsha Brady submitted jersey. Well, she probably would have given the one that
The
had
email that they sent the jersey in.
Yeah.
Just put
Yeah.
that in there.
No, you
Email
don't want
my-
to put an email out there. Just something, just the name. You could put a name out there.
Okay, whatever.
That's what they should have done, X. I agree with you, X. Finally, a salient point. You've been on the show for how long? 2 years, and you finally made a legitimate point. Congratulations, X.
I make legitimate points
Wait a minute. Do we have the little clap thing?
No, that deck is down, Grumpy.
Oh man, you killed the deck too.
It was already killed. It was destroyed.
It's because you couldn't hook it up, isn't that right?
No, it is hooked up. It is all hooked up.
Ugh.
It was just destroyed because the last time I'll have to try and mess around with it and turn it on before we do a show sometime and see if we can get it.
All right, I take away your kudos. I take away.
Ugh.
You Mathieu Darche.
All right, now get to Alexander's comment here.
We already read that one.
Oh, I thought okay. I didn't realize you had answered. Sorry.
Thomas Anthony says, "I love to ask you this question each season around this time, and I always know the answer, but figured I'd still ask. Do you see this team making any move of substance, not a board signing? No, absolutely not.
Bad. It's pretty
All
bad.
right.
The answer still remains the same.
Drew says, by the way, are we doing fantasy football league? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I will talk with TJ tonight. Is he coming? Are you two coming over this evening?
I probably am not. I gotta go in tomorrow, and
What a weasel.
it's already pretty late.
Dick weasel. But yes, no, we'll talk. TJ said he's gonna re-up the league. So no problem there. Drew also adds, we all know Darche isn't trading Pellick. Ownership wants a team that can get them 4 to 5 extra playoff games for whatever reason. Well, they're going to have this team for 15 years to get 4 or 5 extra playoff, at least another 6. JP says, I do Pellick for a high first today. David Sean McDonald says, Line was given a PTO. He declined. Okay. Wow. What does it tell you? What does it tell you? I do not want to be part of that organization. Right? I'd rather play for somebody else. That's what it tells me.
Or not play at all.
That's bad news. Drew says Darche is currently listening to offers on when the next tea time is. He sucks. Alexander says, I would have eaten a burger without a bun. It's very good. Lettuce, tomato, mayo, ketchup, A1 sauce. Need a bun. I think it's too sloppy.
I gotta have a bun on there.
Unless you eat it like with a knife and a fork.
Yeah.
David Shaw McDonald says, X is finally showing up prepared. And then we find out that he couldn't get the deck going. He blew that up. Freedom Fun Adventure says, hoping they improve the artwork for the third jersey. They're not. And something creative on the shoulders. They won't. Fisherman is for deadbeats, losers, and people who enjoy being humiliated. I don't understand that thought. I just
That's
don't.
perfect for the Islanders then.
Oh, no. X, you better watch yourself, boy. Freedom Fun Adventure says, negative Nancy's always say die.
Calling us.
Oh, well, just okay, but we'll be proven right. Freedom Fun Adventure says, the warden must be the most patient woman in the world based on the 3 family members of hers. I know. Freedom also adds, yeah, Grumpy, the Dolphins' plan is to suck this year, something you beg the Islanders to do. What's the Jets and the Giants' excuse for all the years that they sucked? Also, your hair is gone way before you ever heard of Darche's name.
Oh, Grumpy.
It seems like I struck a chord with the Dolphins. Suck.
Why
don't you call Malik Willis your name? And here's the thing. They won't get the first pick in the draft. They'll do something to screw that up.
They'll have the first pick, and then they'll win a game right at the end of the season.
And what are they going to draft? What are they going to draft? Tua Tagovailoa again?
Tua Tagovailoa?
Tua Tagovailoa. Boy, you can't. I mean,
Tua turn the ball over.
Tua turn the ball.
Dude, he's terrible.
Remember Green Bay?
Do you remember him with the? Did you remember the preseason game with the Falcons? How bad he was?
What was the name? What was your name of your fantasy football
Oh
team?
man, it was pretty good. It was CT induced suicide.
Oh, that's good. I like that one, X.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn, Malik. Here's the thing. Well, I'm not. I'm not going to say anything because I might need something as the season goes on. Aaron Glennon says, "I'm going to win fantasy football this year. If I don't win fantasy football, I will buy an Islanders jersey and send a picture of it to you guys in an email, and I will be wearing it too." Well, I can't wait to see that picture. Drew says Romanov's draft was the exact same of Shane Bowen being defensive coordinator of the Giants. Statistically, the worst in the league by a country mile. Yeah, he sucks. Useless Romanov. I like it. Freedom Fund Event says, wow, so YPY is just as bad as her deadbeat husband. It's bad too, because she obviously knows what's in her fridge and did it anyway. I always wondered what standard of broad would marry X and TJ.
Okay.
Wow.
And okay, the one defense was she said she went into like default mode because we always have dinner over at your house on Sunday, and you guys always just have bottled water. So she just for some reason was like it's Sunday dinner and just went and grabbed a bottle of water and didn't even realize until I was like, "Whoa, you're drinking Grumpy's grape elixir."
No, it's only when I said, yeah, I want to get my last bottle of water. Where's my water? Oh, it's over here. I mistakenly took it. Yeah, right. Freedom Fundamental says, Grumpy, if fans haven't turned apathetic in the past 30 years, it won't happen now. Okay. Freedom Fundamental goes, he's going to come back for that gas can for certain, Grumpy, and it'll be filled with gas from your vehicles when it does. I did see a hose out there like he was going to siphon it out.
Yeah, there we go.
Freedom Fundamental goes, good thing, good, best thing that could happen to the Islanders to be worse than last year in draft high. Yeah, I agree. Trade assets, get built, start over. Don't be afraid to admit that you have to start over. It's okay. Everyone knows, except for Mathieu Darche and ownership. Freedom Fund Adventure says, Grumpy, I heard some old song while at the gym the other day. Don't know the name, but made me think of X. Come on and take a free ride. Everybody take a free ride. Free ride.
Slow ride is what you're thinking
A
of.
slow ride, but we can put free ride in there for you. Freeloader.
Dude.
He's nothing but a freeloader. David Sean McDonald says, Burger without a bun is called Salisbury steak, boys. Yeah, but Salisbury steak has nice little gravy on it.
It does have gravy on it.
My little brownie says, Grumpy, at a point during the season, will you be able to predict if it's a losing season or a winning season? Yeah.
Predictions in losing season.
If you're putting a gun to my head right now, we don't make playoffs, and I still think we'll get like 80 some odd points though. Helen Yeller says, how was everyone's summer? Still going on, still doing pretty good. Thank you very much. And Helen Yeller adds, I love hockey, but this year I'm more excited for football season because I'm a Rams fan.
Ooh, very nice.
What do you think the Rams, what's the most important thing for the Rams, X?
Beating the Carolina Panthers.
No. There's two things the Rams have to worry about, right? Is Puka Nacua
going to stay healthy?
Going to stay healthy and stay out of, whatever he's been into some, off the field activities this year. Mm-hmm. And can Matthew Stafford give him one more year?
Very true.
I think those are the biggest things.
Aaron Donald coming back.
Aaron Donald, why? Helen Yeller says, we need Phil Kessel as head coach.
That's right.
And this Phil Kessel's right there.
All right, Grumpy, that's the last comment of the night. Anything you'd like to say before we hop off?
I'd like to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't. From the Grumpy Old Man and Son X.
I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening. As always, love the interaction in the comments, and we will see you guys next time.
Next time.
Thanks, Grumpy.
My pleasure.